Well, hello ultra racing fans, and welcome to Ultra Racing Network's coverage of the 2016 STYR Labs Badwater 135. I'm Jarek Wilhelmsen. This year, 97 racers from 21 countries will take on the 135-mile route. They'll start at a negative 283 feet below sea level in Badwater Basin located in Death Valley and climb a cumulative total of 14,600 feet till they reach Mount Whitney Portal. We're going to have some fast competition at the front this year, and it's expected to be a hot year. So let's go ahead and check it out. The top ultra athletes from around the world have converged in the scorching heat of Death Valley. The 2016 STYR Labs Badwater 135 is a challenge of champions, bringing the best ultra runners from around the world. In 120-degree heat of Furnace Creek, the elite field of racers go through the registration process. This year, there will be a lot of competition in the front with a particularly fast field. Race director Chris Kostman has worked hard to make the partnerships and develop the participation that makes this a world-class race.
We have 4 former champions here. So we have Oswaldo Lopez, we have Carlos Saw, we have Harvey Lewis, and we have Pete Kostelnik. Pete is 28. The other guys are all in their 40s. And then we have Jared Federoff, who won Badwater Cape Fear and Badwater Salton Sea this year, who's would love to win this one too and pull off the triple three-peat. And that would be amazing. So it could be a generational battle out there for sure. We've got the the KG veterans that have been out here for quite a few years that are in their 40s or well into their 40s, and then we've got these two 27, 28-year-olds that are going to be mixing it up in the front too, one of them having won last year. The women's race, so we have our 2 most recent winners. We have Allison Venti from 2014 and then Nikki Wynd, who was I think the 3rd woman that year and then won last year. So those 2 are obviously the odds-on favorite, and they've both been putting in big quality miles. But then we also have other really fast women as well, as a woman named Brenda Guajardo, who did the race here quite a few years back. Now she's back, and not only a veteran of this race, but she's won the Nove Colle in Italy 3 times, including overall this year. So she's going to be right up front, and several others as well. So men's and women's race field, most competitive, deepest talent we've ever had.
Let's take a look at this year's route. Following the traditional route, racers will start in Badwater at 283 feet below sea level, the lowest point in the continental United States. From there, they will run north along Badwater Road for 17.5 miles to the first time station at Furnace Creek. Due to the 8, 9:30, and 11 p.m. start, this section will be run at night. They will continue along Highway 190 for 25 miles, rounding the northern side of Tucky Mountain and passing the sand dunes until they arrive at Time Station 2 in Stovepipe Wells. Racers pass through this time station in the early morning hours, and crews take advantage of this opportunity to stock up for the day. From this point on, runners will be above sea level and at the beginning of their first major climb. Racers will fight their way up 4,956 feet in the midday sun over Town Pass. From there, they will descend into an ancient lake bed in the Panamint Valley until they reach the 72-mile mark in the race and Time Station 3 at Panamint Springs. That's where they begin a hot, dry climb up a narrow road with limited crew access, affectionately known as Farther Crowley. After 3,000-plus feet of climbing, racers will reach the 90-mile mark, Time Station 4 in Darwin. Here, race teams can expect extremely windy conditions. Racers will get a slight reprieve as they gradually run downhill into the past mining town of Keeler and then into Lone Pine. Lone Pine is not only Time Station 5 and race headquarters, but a symbolic milestone in the race. But then it's all business for the tired runners, where over the next 13 miles, they'll need to climb 5,000 feet to Mount Whitney Portal. It's at an elevation of 8,360 feet and is the finish line for the 2016 STYR Labs Badwater 135. To see all the time splits and other AdventureCORPS races, check out the Badwater website. Make sure to click on the webcast link to see photos, stats, and live GPS tracking by trackleaders.com. With this tracking, you can replay the race and see how it all unfolded. Make sure to check out Ultra Racing Network on Facebook, also on YouTube, to see the latest Ultra Race Report. The 2016 STYR Labs Badwater 135 is underway as 3 waves of runners take on Death Valley at night in the next Ultra Race Report.
Great.